Alrighty, guys, welcome back. This is episode 31 of the Iconic Podcast. And, this is a super special episode for Tony and I because not only do we have one of the hottest up-and-coming influencers, content creators in the North Jersey area, but, we've actually had a personal relationship with this guy since we were, like, kids. So, firstly, Mark, thank you for coming on to the podcast, dude.
Awesome to be here, man.
I'm super excited to get this underway. And, it's funny because I was just chopping it up with your brother and Colin at the restaurant recently.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how back in the day, like I'm about to put you in the past. Remember when we did the video with the jalapeno and the hot pepper?
Wow, bro. Yeah, dude. That
You know
was my introduction to YouTube. That was like the beginning before the beginning.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah,
so for me, like I was going back on that and I was thinking like, I think it's awesome how not only are we doing content now, but we kind of came from that point where we were trying to like go viral on YouTube the whole nine.
Yeah.
So Mark,
you always had it in your head, like you were always trying to reach that viral video.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. And I've always just kind of wanted to build an audience. I always thought that was like a super wavy, cool thing to do.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And I remember like you were one of the first people I know that went really viral with this one video where you were like doing the 24 hours in Walmart.
Yeah, dude, that video popped off. So like, dude. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, I did a 24-hour Walmart challenge when I was, like, 15 or 16 years old. And that video just went, like, parabolic. I mean, at the time, like it shot up. Like, it just, like, what happened was I filmed the video. Then I fly to Ireland for vacation, like, to see all my family. And, dude, I had no Wi-Fi. So, like, I'm not connected to the internet at all. I'm at my grandma's house. So, I'm like, okay.
Oh, in Ireland. So, you had no idea.
Dude, no idea. Bro, I go to the mall and I connect to, like, this, like, B&B, like, it's, like, some random, like muffin shop.
Like a hot stop. Yeah,
dude, I connect to the Wi-Fi. I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on with my friends back in America. Yo, I connect. My phone broke. Like, my phone was just, like instant notifications, like, would not stop. I was like, yo, what is going on? I check my YouTube. I go in. Instantly, I was, like, at, like, 20,000 subscribers. I was like, bro, like, when I left, I had 5,000. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I go in and I start watching. I'm like, oh, my view count's exploding. And then I was there for, like, 2 months. So over that 2 months, that video just popped off. Bro.
Did you get paid out on that for all those views?
Oh, I got cash. I got paid for that.
Yeah, how much was that?
Okay, so that video was 2.5 million views. I got paid $5,000 cash for that. Yeah, it was a nice chunk of change for a 15-year-old. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What,
bro?
Yeah.
$5,000.
Dude, I had to set up the bank account with my dad because I was too young to open a bank account because I was 15. So I had to like go in and open up a specific like bank account with the manager, like basically under my dad's name, and then they could.
Yeah, you become like an authorized user.
And you know what? It's crazy because just based on like kind of what you're saying, how like you were 15, you were out in Ireland, you didn't even know that you were popping off. That video probably would have made you even a significant amount more if you were, let's just say, monetized at the time that video went uploaded. Because I remember you said it got
crazy. Believe it or not, I was monetized.
Oh,
you were.
So, dude, what people don't know is before that video popped off, I had like 300 YouTube videos. Like, dude,
what?
Bro, nobody knows this, but like I used to film gaming content. There's this one kid, Anthony, like he's going to be probably watching this. This guy's been like a fan of me forever. Like, bro, I would have like 3 live viewers in these gaming videos. And this one kid, Anthony, would show up for every stream, bro. It's funny. Like,
that's awesome.
So you were streaming before streaming was even a thing.
Dude, so I was getting paid. I was getting paid from like playing the video games, but it was like I'd get like 14 cents a video and like stuff like that.
Oh my God.
But because back then YouTube would like almost like let anyone get monetized.
Right,
like,
right,
there was no
right.
real like restrictions
So
on
no
it.
watch hours. You didn't need any of that. You could have just jumped in and started making bread.
So, bro, right when I started like doing the IRL content, that was when everything exploded. Like I did that Killer Salt video that got like 900,000. Like there was a lot of videos that led up to the 24-hour video. But yeah, it was just money. Like as a kid, bro, you're collecting cash. It's like
I didn't know that you had already been monetized at the time, dude.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Bro, I gotta ask you the $1 million question. Why did you stop?
Yeah,
That's
so
much momentum.
That's a great question. Okay, dude, I'll be honest. As a kid, bro, I didn't know how to take the hate. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, I faked the video. I was in Walmart for 2 hours. I just kept changing the time on my phone, bro. So some dude, I'm going to call his... Can I curse on
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I'm going to call this motherfucker out. Official Duck Studios comes out and does a whole video exposing me. Like
What?
Like to the T, he shows, at 3 a.m. he's recording, and behind him you can see the skylight. It's bright as day outside.
No way.
And he's like, who brings a baby to Walmart at 3 a.m.? And it's like, bro, like this guy just like cuts the entire video, calls me out on all my bullshit.
He dissected your shit, yeah.
Bro, I thought like, yo, I'm gonna just fake this little video. It's not a big deal. Like,
what
nobody's
the fuck,
gonna know. Like, let me just change the time real quick. Bro, this guy did like a full breakdown, but he didn't give my channel name. So like, he didn't put my channel name in the video at all. So
Okay.
I didn't even know that he like tagged me or anything like that. So all his fans just like were like searching the internet to find my video. They found it and just destroyed me.
No
like,
way.
Bro, dude. I went from like I had like 30,000 likes and like maybe like a couple hundred dislikes. Dude, 10,000 dislikes. Like, bro,
Oh, shit.
just hate like flew in. 'Cause, I mean, I get it. Like, okay, back
Right.
then, like on YouTube, faking a video was fucked. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, look at Vitaly. All his prank videos were all fake, and everyone
Really,
just kind
actually?
of all of them were fake. All
Dude,
like,
yeah,
the majority
yeah.
of them were fake.
Guy was the king of faking his videos.
Yeah, no, Vitaly
Vitaly,
used to have-
FouseyTube, all those guys.
All those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roman
yeah.
Atwood. I love Roman Atwood, but bro, like a lot of those videos were fake. I think he admits it now. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know what, Mark? One of the things that I really respect about you, and dude, I just genuinely speaking, I love what you're doing because you're legit doing it in the content space. And one of the things that we spoke about, like when we were shooting some messages over DM, is you said,
Yeah.
I'm getting into engineering viral videos.
yeah,
which,
yeah.
by the way, that's a real friggin' thing. Look
I
at people
know.
like Jack Torty, look at Vitaly, look
Yeah,
at
for
FouseyTube,
sure.
like you said. So,
Yeah.
what are some of the ways like that you have engineered these videos? Like I know like the first couple seconds are super
Yes.
important. Like I know like the front camera's important. Like put us on to some game, dude.
All right, dude. So immediately, like when you have a video that you want to go viral, you want to start it with something that's you need to grab everyone's attention in the first few seconds. So my last video, for the people that don't know, it's not my last video, but I posted like 3 weeks ago. It's got 24 million views right now. It's
Yeah.
absolutely blowing up.
Viral
It's
AF.
got like 1 million shares, which is like a million shares on Instagram is like pretty.
Unheard
pretty
of.
Bro,
decent.
we're gonna pick your brain on that because when I saw it, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought it was fake. I said, how could you have 24 million
No,
hits
no, I don't
and
blame
a
you,
million
bro.
shares? I'm
I
like,
don't
that,
blame
I was like,
Unreal.
I know. So, dude, you can ask me like any questions. Like, I'm happy to answer it. I'm happy to show
By the way,
analytics.
Mark,
like,
I want you to give some context on this because people don't know this, but you started that Instagram page brand new, fresh off the ground. What, a month ago?
okay, yeah. So like a month ago, I had 3,000 followers. Actually, in fact, yeah, I basically had 3,000 followers. I was telling all my boys. So like, I was smoking weed for years. Like I had like they say weed's not addicting, and it's not addictive, but with certain mindsets, especially like one like mine, like dude, I get captured by things. So like I get hooked on stuff.
Yeah.
So like weed just became that thing where I was just using it all the time. But what it was doing was it was just kind of holding me back, and it wasn't allowing me to like reach my potential.
Right.
And I had all these ideas like cooking in the back of my head for years.
Interesting.
But the weed, like I'm gonna just blame the weed because honestly, it wasn't until I stopped the weed that all this kind of came out. But like, dude, I stopped smoking and my whole life just exploded. Like everything. I'm talking like from the gym, from money, like get a new car. Like, bro, everything just changed when I put down the weed. It was because like, I don't know, like. I'm sure you have a different relationship with weed. I don't know if you talk
You
about it
were
or whatever.
codependent, and it was dimming your ambition. That's why, yeah.
yeah, it was holding
Yeah.
me back for
Yeah,
sure.
for
yeah.
sure.
So like once I came off it, bro, I just super locked in, and I started telling my boys like I was going out for hikes, and I'm like, yo, like I'm telling them along the hikes, I'm like, dude, like I'm telling you right now, what's coming, like you're not gonna be ready for. I'm like, just keep your eye on my page and like be ready. And they're all like looking at me like I'm schizophrenic. They're like, bro, this guy's fucking lost.
Yeah.
But like in the back of my head, and I have like second Instagram pages that I'll be able to show you guys. I've been like planning shit, like viral videos are engineered. For anyone who doesn't know, like to get a viral video, it's a very specific, like you don't have to. It's not like one thing is gonna work for everyone,
Right,
But
right.
it's like there's very specific protocols that you can follow that's gonna help that video absolutely explode. And the main one is basically to start the video out with something that's gonna grab everyone's attention, and then say, like that video that blew up. I was like, this is gonna sound absolutely insane. And then immediately people are like, what's
Great
this guy
hook.
about to say?
Great hook.
Yeah, it's a great hook. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like, you know how Instagram tells you great hook or whatever?
Yeah.
Immediately I saw it on that video. I was like, okay, this video is probably going to do numbers. So then after that, you want to like absolutely exceed their expectations. Like what I then said, like completely blew everyone's mind. And it was something that was so simple that no one, like, dude, this has been happening for years. It's only now it's like for anyone who doesn't know, I talked about 911 spam, where basically hackers on the dark web have a software where people can basically go online, pay like $80, and they can swat someone's house or get like 911 calls just like completely. Like you can have like 1,000 calls come into a 911 system, so the town is absolutely bombarded.
Yeah.
There's no way they'll be able to answer real calls because they don't know what's real or what's
Right.
AI.
Right,
So
right.
like I've been doing all this research and finding out about all this stuff, and I'm like, yo, like people don't know about
Especially
this.
now when AI is hot. It's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic. Well
Dude,
said.
AI is super hot topic,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. Like, so I'm telling the whole story to this guy in New York, and I'm basically like, this is the day of the viral video. I'm explaining it to him, and this guy's face, like, he looks like he just saw an alien. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking to him, and his whole demeanor is like changing. And at the end of it, he goes to me, bro, you need to warn the world. And bro, I realized in my head, I'm like, oh, people have no idea what's coming with AI, bro. Like
Yeah.
everyone's just living in the dark. Like it's all the information is right there. Like if everyone's commenting, oh, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. Do one Google search. Like
Literally.
dude, this has been happening, and
That's why.
it's
That's why I
going up
commented.
every year.
I was like, busting your child. It was great. That guy was like, stop smoking shrooms. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to smoke shrooms. Dude, I got 3,500 likes on that
Dude,
shit.
that comment blew up. And bro, dude, I'm gonna be kind of all over the place in this, but
Then you're fine, yeah.
But yeah, I was on shrooms while I recorded that video. So that when he commented, "Stop smoking shrooms," I was about to delete his comment. I was in my head. I'm like, "Oh, I can't let my family see this." But like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Like mushrooms open up there's like neural pathways in your brain that
Yeah.
are like
That's a
like
real
almost
thing.
like dormant that don't
100%.
open up until. And I am not endorsing this at all for any children out there. I know kids don't even watch podcasts.
Yeah.
But like they open up these little pathways in your brain and it allows you to like think deeper and kind of access thoughts that were just kind of sitting dormant in your brain, and now all of a sudden it comes straight to the front.
Mark, very,
yeah.
very, very factual. And in fact, I've actually heard that there's this crazy correlation with people that do shrooms or begin to microdose. They just fall off weed and addiction in general, quick money.
Yes, dude, so like one of the best things if you know someone who has an alcohol addiction,
Yeah.
and they start taking psilocybin mushrooms, immediately the first effects is you start getting these ideas and thoughts into your head where it's like, yo, I'm wasting my life, I'm throwing years away, I'm literally poisoning myself, because when you're drinking alcohol,
That's what you're doing, yeah.
you're
Straight up
poisoning
poisoning.
yourself, dude. Don't get me wrong, it's a great social drug, like everyone loves it for
sure.
socializing, and it makes life like happier, I guess, when you're out.
It's moderation. It's
Yes,
moderation, right?
But the next day you're suffering, like
Oh,
that
you feel
dopamine
horrible.
crash is gonna be
Your
Big time.
serotonin's plummeted. It's like when you do Molly, right? You're on top of the world, you're rolling off, whatever.
Yeah.
On the next day, they literally say, do not stay home because you can kill yourself. You
Really?
literally
Is it that severe?
Apparently,
Wow.
like the depression, I'm not even making this up.
Have you done Molly before?
No, never done. I don't touch it. No, no.
I've never done Molly.
No.
I just know all about it.
I swear to God, from people that I know that rave and do it, they're like, dude, the next day sucks.
I swear to God, my friend told me.
Yeah, no, I swear to God, I don't do Molly.
I'm calling him out here. Yo,
No, I don't do
Ant's
Molly.
mom is listening to this. This guy does Molly.
I do not do Molly. I'm gonna repeat that
No,
right
I'm
now.
joking. No, he definitely does. He definitely does. But yeah, for sure, there's definitely something to that. Like the dopamine receptor, everything gets to, like, yeah, it's all in high, like highlighted that night, and you feel great and all this euphoria and all these great feelings. But that next day, bro, that crash is real.
You're cooked.
So, Mark, I know you explained about microdosing and how bloom these pathways. So, run me through how you discovered that, though.
Okay,
And
so
keep in
dude,
mind, I don't do Molly, but
for anyone who doesn't know, I am a product of the Joe Rogan Experience, and bro, I've listened to his podcast for years. But he had this mushroom expert on. I can't think of the guy.
I know the exact guy you're talking about, the glasses, and he wears the hat with like the I don't know
older
the-
guy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, dude, I'm listening to this guy, and he's like explaining all the benefits of it, and he's telling me how or telling Joe, but I'm listening. He's like, yo, so basically, like soldiers are using it when they come back. It's getting rid of their PTSD.
Yep.
It's
I
helping
remember
with
watching
cops
that
who are like
episode.
severely, because dude, cops see like. I think on average it's like 80 severely traumatic events throughout their life. Like you're talking babies getting crushed, like the most awful things that you can imagine.
imagine, yeah.
Cops experience like it's like 20 times what the average person experiences, like or way more than that, like way more
bro,
than
people
that.
shot up, their heads freaking
They
exploded.
see
Yeah.
crazy shit. So, dude, a lot of the times these cops are going home, bro, and this is all in their head. Like, it's one thing to go home to your family and you have to keep a positive face and a positive attitude. But, bro, the back of their head, bro, they're seeing that kid, that body, that, like, whatever
The
it was,
Yeah,
car
smell,
accidents.
everything.
The smell.
The scream,
Traumatizing.
the smell, everything.
Yeah, bro,
It's not just
so-
an image. It's like you know, like if you ever watch like a gore image, like all right, you see it, it's very disturbing.
Yeah.
But imagine being there, smelling death, smelling rotting, like.
Dude, I witnessed a
holy
murder,
crap.
bro, and I'm going to go into this in, like, a few minutes. Like, let me go.
Witnessed
back.
a murder? I'm like, wait,
This is
what?
horrible. This is horrible.
Wait,
But,
what?
Like, you're talking about, like, blood and gore and everything. It
Yeah.
just brought that back. Yeah, okay, so let me cycle back real quick. So basically, he was talking about how they give cops these mushrooms and these psychedelics or whatever, and it's actually helping them get over this. Basically, it creates these-
PTSD, trauma, yeah.
yeah, it creates these like different thoughts in their head where they look at it from a different perspective, and that helps them get through it.
Right.
So now let me bring you to the murder that I witnessed, and I'm not even sure if the guy died because I've been searching for articles. I can tell you exactly where it happened, and people might be able to find it. It was on 120th Street in Harlem. It was all the way down at the park. I think it's like Morningside Park or something
This
like
happened
that.
recently.
Dude, I have it on my phone. Like I recorded the guy on the ground. So basically, bro, this is a terrible video. Like this is an awful
have it on your
thing.
camera roll. You
Yeah,
gotta show it afterwards.
yes, for sure.
By the way,
I'll be
guys,
able
you're
to-
only gonna hear these stories on Iconic. So smash the fucking subscribe button.
Yeah, for real. Like this isn't even on the news. But bro, I go there and basically I'm just cruising on my bike. This is like already a crazy day. There's like a whole lot of crazy shit's happening. So basically, I'm cruising down. I'm coming up to 120th Street, and this guy is flat out on the ground, and this woman is running, like booking it down the road, and cops are chasing her. And I'm like, dude, what an insane like thing to come up on.
Yeah.
Cops take her to the ground, start arresting her, handcuff her. She's crying. She's like, I didn't do it. There's a body on the ground, flat out, pancaked at the other corner. There's like a bunch of his boys all around, like trying to like pick him up. They don't know what to do. Like
What the
do
fuck?
you do CPR? Like how do you help someone? Bro, this lady bashed the back of his head in with a rock.
Oh, you're cooked.
dude. So he
Look
was.
up the police blotter. If you know what date you recorded that, you'll be able to
I'll
find the
be
police
yeah.
blotter.
So I don't know if the guy died, but when I was there, like the cop was saying there's no pulse. So the cop was like, "There's no pulse. There's no pulse." The ambulance came. If they were able to bring this man back to life, thank God. But dude, when I was looking at him, bro, there wasn't a bit of movement. Like he was just out. The whole community was like
Yeah.
trying to save this guy.
Damn.
The cops were like, one of the cops goes and picks up the rock with his hands. I'm like, yo, this guy didn't even have a glove on. He picks up the rock, and then he's like,
Evidence right there.
dude, he's like
A murder weapon.
Yeah, he's talking about the rock. He's like, oh, I think she did it with this. And then he like puts it down, and I'm like, dude, you just contaminated the evidence.
That's
like, what are you
crazy.
doing?
Wait,
Like it was a
what?
cop
Bro,
guy.
and by the way, NYPD.
Oh,
I love
dude,
NYPD, but bro, they'll hire anyone. Like, bro,
Really?
Well, dude, there's
Really?
a shortage right
dude,
now.
that's probably why. But like,
There's a
bro, some
shortage.
of these
Is that
cops,
so?
bro.
Yeah, dude, and New York is notorious right now for trying to defund the police, and not for nothing. It's
Yeah.
the most dangerous position right now in New York City. How many cops?
Yeah, I agree.
NYPD
Got
officer
shot.
just got shot at that incident
Yeah,
that happened at
you're
the
right,
Hub
you're right.
building. Yeah.
Dude, yo, we can dive into that too. That's a crazy story.
So what's going on with this? Let's take a step back before we wrap up the microdosing thing.
Yeah.
Because I know we kind of went.
We're all over the place, bro. That's my bad.
But I want to ask you this. So you stopped weed.
Yeah.
And you've been watching Joe Rogan forever. Was it just like next week you started microdosing and tried it yourself? Like, what were your first couple experiences? How did you end up finding it now? It was almost like your way to program your brain to be like stronger, right? Like, isn't that the whole
Yeah,
point?
so basically,
high performance.
So basically, I'm listening to all these podcasts. I'm hearing not just Joe Rogan, but I'm hearing a bunch of people talk
Right,
about
right.
it. I'm like,
Doing
okay,
research.
this is clearly like something that people have been like reaping the benefits for a long time, and it's almost like it's kept away from the people because it's classified as a Schedule 1 drug.
It's like,
Right,
it's like a
right.
forbidden fruit kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but like
Literally
for-
illegal even to this day, right? It's
Exactly, but
natural.
for a drug to be Schedule 1, there has to be no medical benefits to
Right.
it. So basically, they're just hiding all this information from the public. Like, oh yeah, like this is actually helping a lot of people get past all this. It's curing depression. It's helping, like as you said, with addiction. Like people are
Yeah.
quitting alcohol, they're quitting drugs, whatever from it. So it's like, why are they hiding all this from the public? And the answer is very obvious. It's because of Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Big Pharma is literally they have like the politicians by the balls.
Well, all of those obvious.
Yo, Mark, you know what? You know what I love so much about you, dude? Firstly, you're very well spoken. Secondly, is
I blabber a lot.
no, not at all. No, dude, yo,
You're good, you're good.
I genuinely like the fact that you're vocal about this, and it's funny because you're right. It is a big pharma thing, and this is a conversation that's not had by a lot of people.
Yeah.
I used to invest into a company which is called Mind Medicine, and I was put onto it by Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And this company pretty much studies how psychedelic drugs like psilocybin have made people with PTSD pretty much come back overnight type
Yeah,
thing.
it's unbelievable.
So I feel like the data is there. You just you have to kind of be open-minded enough to look at it and kind of make a decision for yourself.
Yep.
The thing is, like I said before, these things have just been considered a forbidden fruit for so long
Yeah.
that especially the older generations, when they look at this, they're kind of like, I want nothing to do with that.
It's a great example is like weed, right? Like we could say weed's extremely harmful, but obviously there's both sides of the coin of this.
Yes,
you
for
get
sure,
pretty
yeah.
dependent on it. You know, kind of create all these other symptoms for doing it years and abusing it, right? 'Cause that's the whole point.
Yeah,
When you
of
abuse
course.
something, you're gonna feel that.
Yeah.
But to your point, Nikki, like these with the specific microdosing and shrooms and all that. You got to remember that specifically, like the FDA has to do all these regulations, and it's such a hard path up to even make it universally accepted, whether there's a stigma behind it.
Very true,
Because
sure.
let's be honest, how many
Yeah.
studies do we have of alcohol that it's going to kill you, get you dementia, it's going to give you depression.
Yet it
increase
gets
your
a
And
anxiety.
you
pass.
can walk into any store and
And
buy
it's-
it.
Yet
the
it
most-
gets a pass to the point where it's considered an essential business during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Literally an essential.
Yeah, literally, like that's the perfect example of the government is fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so ass backwards.
Everyone's getting paid off. Everyone's getting backhand deals. Like nobody. Like I hate to say it, but and I'm probably gonna get killed. Like if I get killed after this podcast,
Remember,
like,
you got to say,
like,
I
investigate.
will not kill myself.
I'm not suicidal whatsoever. And also I want to make it very clear that a lot of the things and almost everything I'm saying in this podcast is like you can go verify it yourself.
Go
Like,
do your
don't-
research.
Do your own homework. Do your
Do
own
your own
homework.
homework.
do your own homework. Do not take everything I say for
Face
granted.
value,
Yeah,
face
yeah.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna blabber about it.
All right. Sorry for the
Hit up
technical
that notes
difficulties.
on there. Oh, go
Bro,
ahead.
this is the first time the government tried to shut us down. We were just talking about making a disclaimer about everything you're talking about right now, and all of our audio just went out for a
Yeah.
good like 5 minutes. So we're back. We're back. We got to let your voice heard, man.
Yo,
We got to
go-
let your voice heard. So, dude, back to what we were talking about big pharma, all these accessibility
Yes.
to these drugs. The one key thing I do want to address is a little bit of your timeline one more time. So you quit weed when, and when did you start microdosing? When you started getting these
Bro, it
ideas?
was like hand in hand. Like, bro, I literally
It was a handoff?
I quit weed and immediately. So I met this dude in the gym, and I've been engaged. Whenever I'm about to do something or thinking about doing something, I start engaging in conversations with strangers, like about
Yeah.
it. Like I've been asking a lot of people about creatine lately. I haven't started taking creatine, but I've been asking.
Oh my
Very
god,
well
yo!
researched,
Can I
yeah.
tell you something, Mark? I've done my homework on this shit. Like,
Oh, it's great.
from what I've heard, it's like the shit.
Yeah.
Like you should be on.
I've
like
been hearing it. I
You
know.
should ask him how long he's been taking it. There's still dust on that.
Yo,
container.
you ready for a laugh? It's so funny. My boy Alfonso, he's shout out my boy Alfonso. He's legit like my gym buddy.
Yeah.
He told me get creatine, start taking it, bro. Mark, I bought it a half a year ago. I still got the plastic on the thing.
Literally has dust on it.
Because I wanted to do my homework on
I
it, but
know.
now the results that I'm hearing from people, it's overwhelmingly like beneficial.
Positive.
So
It's super positive.
It's crazy good for your brain. It's crazy good for muscle recovery. It's crazy good for so many different things.
Well, your body technically creates creatine.
Naturally.
It does
Based on-
naturally,
yeah,
yeah.
naturally, yeah.
But the levels that you're getting from obviously
A supplement,
supplementing it is just like
Different level, like 2-3x, yeah.
it's different, yeah. And apparently there's no limit to it. This might be crazy, but like I don't know. I was hearing people say that like they don't just take like what was it 5 grams? What's the
It's something like a couple milligrams. You take whatever the serving size
yeah,
is.
it's like supposed to be 5, but apparently you can take like up to 20, and it's really not going to do anything. Like you'll piss away the excess or
you
whatever.
pay the extra, yeah. Because I think the only thing that it does that people said is the only drawback was like if you're trying to get really shredded, it does retain a lot of water.
Yep, I've
That's
heard
the
that. Sure.
only drawback, but I'm sure there's ways around that.
No,
I
it
mean, dude,
definitely-
for
it
natural
definitely
supplement,
retains water,
it's
yeah.
it's completely.
I
legit.
feel like for someone like me, that would even be kind of beneficial.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
a
you're
little
looking
bit
you
more
would
more
bulk
big,
up
you know?
quick. No, you would bulk up
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, for
Dude.
sure.
But no, Mark. So before we got cut off,
So I'll go back into where I was
Yeah,
going with that.
yeah.
Before we got off on the creatine rabbit hole.
Bring it back.
But basically, like whenever I'm thinking about doing something, I start talking to strangers about it. I'm asking them questions. I'm trying to get like a breakdown of like whatever it's gonna be. So in my head, like since the start of this year almost, it's been mushrooms. So like every conversation I talk to, like I'm really good at like kind of pivoting a conversation to where I want it to go.
Right.
So like I'm talking to this guy in the gym, and like we go from like talking about like we're talking about some girl over the other side of the gym to next thing we're talking about mushrooms, and then he starts telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I get my mushrooms from this spot or whatever, and he tells me the spot he gets them from. I'm like asking him a million questions about it. I'm like, is this legit? Like how good are the mushrooms, whatever.
Right.
He's like, bro, I've been going here for years. This place is legit. Like clearly they're illegal, but like they're kind of decriminalized in certain areas.
yeah, you're not gonna get arrested for it.
Yeah.
Like cops, dude. To make it very clear, any cop who's going into a place and shutting them down for selling mushrooms, something that's like actually helping people, like bro, you got to feel evil. Like you're the only reason you're doing that is because these big companies have literally created the laws in a way where you're the enforcer and you're kicking down doors to enforce laws of things that are actually benefiting the public.
Okay, Mark, let me pick your brain. Can it be, and I'm asking because I have no experience, can it be that you have a bad trip on shrooms and it kind of fucks you up? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
For
going
sure.
to
Yeah. Okay. So like, yes. Mushrooms will enhance however you feel. So if I'm naturally a very happy-go-lucky guy. Like I'm always in a good mood. Like literally smile to see like the mailman. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always in a good mood. So like mushrooms for me, it just enhances that. So it makes me like even happier.
Yeah.
It makes me go whatever. But I have heard the darker side to it, where there's people that are like borderline schizophrenic or like
have trauma in their
yeah.
life.
have some serious trauma or whatever. Well, actually, with the trauma, the mushrooms like kind of help, but it's like there's certain aspects
There's
of
a
it where
smart
like
approach to it where you could balance both sides of that coin.
just to go full circle here. We were talking about Vitaly before and about how Vitaly's thing was. So Vitaly took a massive dose of mushrooms. It was like 40 grams, which by the way is like 3.5 grams is a shit ton. Like the most I've ever taken at once is like a gram. Like bro, I don't take
It's
a
like
lot
doing
of
it
these.
like 1,000 milligram like edible, basically,
Yes.
of weed.
Like, he was going wild.
So he took
Yeah.
40 grams of it. This story, like everyone knows about this, has been on the news,
When he went
whatever.
crazy, yeah.
Takes 40 grams of it. He's flying on a jet ski through the water. The way how he describes it is he was like the waves were like, he was like floating over the waves. Like,
That wasn't ayahuasca though, was it? Or
no,
was
it was just
just
regular
shrooms, yes.
psilocybin mushrooms.
Psilocybin mushrooms, okay,
But
okay.
when you take that high of a dose, dude, like you are on another planet.
You're trying to meet God.
You're trying to meet God,
God,
and
yeah,
you probably are meeting God.
Yeah,
and
literally.
you're probably convinced you are God.
Yeah, I
Like,
believe
you know
that.
what
I
I'm
believe
saying?
that. I believe that.
So basically, he's on the jet ski. He's having this crazy day. Everything's going fine, and he goes back to his crib, and he's walking through his neighborhood, and this woman is out for a jog, and he sees her coming, and like on mushrooms, bro, like you feel very loving. So like he went up to her to give her a hug, but like bro, like this
a
woman's
random
out.
stranger.
This woman's out for
Yeah,
a
bro,
jog.
no, this,
And,
like, turned out bad, right?
You know, actually, yeah, I should not be laughing. This is horrible. Like I'm laughing like based on
Yeah,
the joke.
yeah.
But like, but what happens next is not funny at all. Basically, he goes to give her a hug. She's completely sketched out by it. She pushes him off, and then he takes that push as like, oh, she's attacking me, bro. When I tell you he beat this lady to a pulp, bro, she was like, dude, he had to give her everything, like his house, his cars. He literally gave it all to her and had to start fresh, bro. This guy was on top of the world. He had Vitaly on. He was pulling in like dude,
Millions.
millions.
He
of
must
dollars a
have
month.
been in a terrible spot mentally, dude, to be doing this kind of shit.
So Well, the mushrooms, bro, like you can get carried away. Like, dude, it only gets better and better and better until it gets to a point where you're taking 40 grams, bro. That is way too much for.
That's
anybody.
ridiculous.
Like by tenfold way too
So
much.
how do you avoid that on your end, right? Like you're on this great pathway right now.
Microdosing, yeah.
Just microdosing and just staying disciplined.
Yeah.
But doesn't your tolerance, isn't that like just like anything like alcohol, any of that? Doesn't your tolerance over time?
It's a good question. So I haven't been taking them long enough to really feel the
Right.
tolerance effects of it. So like I've been kind of like cruising through on lower doses. Like if I'm going for a hike or something like that, maybe I'll take a slightly higher dose. And bro, like I don't know what the amount of grams you have to take to kind of go crazy like he did.
I heard an eighth will do you in.
Yeah, an eighth will make you see shit. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so the most I've ever taken, I know I said it was like a gram. It was probably a little more than a gram, but it was like probably half
Yeah.
the bag. So I'm not weighing this shit before I take it.
No, you're just.
Yeah, so I took like a decent amount. I was
How
out
do
on
you
a
do it?
hike.
You eat it or you taking the tea?
I eat it. Yeah, I get the actual raw mushrooms, swallow it down
That's
on an
it.
empty
You-
stomach.
Bro,
Yeah,
what?
to get the best effects. So basically, the most I've ever taken is probably like somewhere around 2 grams or less than 2 grams, bro. I was literally seeing like the connections between trees. Like it was like almost like I could see the connection between the world and myself. Like there's almost like
That's
these little
awesome.
like cotton candy webs connecting everything. Like the
Interesting.
trees were connected, the grass was connected to the trees, the dirt, like it was all one. It was like a really weird thing.
And I love how you say that because I feel like a lot of people that experience these kind of things, they always say like it's a feeling of being one.
Yeah.
That's just like common reoccurring theme I hear from people.
And love, bro. Like, dude, you start loving life. You love nature. You love everyone. So back to the Vitaly story.
Yeah.
Vitaly was feeling love for this lady and wanted to give her a
Yeah,
hug. Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
he's on 40 grams. Like, it's pretty. Like,
It's
at
hard
that
for him to
point-
discern, like, hey, this isn't a person I should be approaching right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to, and then.
he's like, yeah, exactly. He's
And
in
then-
his head like, oh, this is great. He goes to give her a hug. She pushes him. He beats the crap out of this lady. Basically, someone comes and pulls him off. Whatever. They take him back to his house. The cops come. Ambulance comes.
I remember
take
when
this
I remember
woman
the
away.
body cam too, like when they dragged him out of his apartment, he's
he was
all like
out of
tripped
it.
out. There's like a whole body cam footage on this.
Yeah, he was out of it. So basically, bro, he got sued for everything, and he happily said it. He was like, "Bro, I gave this woman everything." He was like, "I fucked up, like big time."
Yeah.
He admitted it.
Yeah.
But it's like basically he gave her everything, and he had to start fresh. Now he's in a jail in the Philippines.
The guy never learned his
Yeah,
lesson.
we had this comment
The
about him.
thing
He's
is-
a friggin' idiot.
To be fair though, that guy was not like, and for everyone hearing this, that this guy wasn't just like, oh, he's just doing shrooms. The guy was on everything under the sun.
Yeah,
whether it's
he
dope,
was.
for sure.
He
You
was.
You know,
He was.
party, drugs, what you name it, he was on it. So that's
sure.
a whole psychological trip where no matter what you take, it's not gonna cure you. You already on
Yeah.
the deep end. When you abuse things like that for years over years, you're not gonna be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing you did bring up a good point is nature, man, and kind of how the way you were seeing it on and how it was enhanced during mushrooms.
Yeah.
When I was dealing with very severe anxiety and depression at one point in my life, a couple years back, dude, I used to go on walks. That was like became my bread and butter. That's why I do my steps all day too, because even
Yeah.
that helps. Like movement,
For sure,
is such
yeah,
a
yeah.
healing. But dude, doing it in nature, bro,
Oh, yeah.
it's so weird. Like even myself, because I went on full sobriety too for over 100 days.
Nice.
Bro, when I was like at the forest and things like that, dude, I felt at peace. I don't know what it was. So when you bring that up and like you see kind of the interconnections and obviously
Yeah.
which rooms, I can almost see that for myself. Obviously in a different state of mind, but it's so true, man. Being out in nature, it's
Oh,
a
it'll
game
open your
changer.
mind. Yeah,
And you know, like I feel like just like touching on what Tony said, talking about like nature, natural things. You were saying before how like what was it? What was it you were saying about the water before? Like some of these basic things that you've done that are like kind of
I was
changed
telling
your
you
whole
guys before the podcast,
like
but
off camera real quick. You were saying
Yeah, so like before the podcast started, I was explaining to the boys, I used to suffer from severe migraines. This is gonna save a lot of people out there
Oh,
who
yeah.
are listening.
Put 'em
by
on
the
some
way.
game, man. Put 'em on
There's
some
a
game.
lot of people that are suffering from migraines every day, and it's destroying them. But like the one question you have to ask yourself when you're getting these migraines is like, okay, why am I actually getting the headaches? Because there's no pain receptors in the brain, right?
Right.
So like these pains that you're feeling in your head, that's your brain telling you that there's something else wrong. So for me and for a lot of people, it was because my tissues were dried up. Like my tissue, I was drinking so much water. I was thinking it was because I was dehydrated.
Right.
It wasn't that I was dehydrated. It was that my tissues were dehydrated. And the only way to get like water into your tissues is actually through sodium. So basically,
'Cause it
it's like-
retains the water.
Exactly. So if you just sprinkle some salt water into your water, the salt that I figured out works best is pink Himalayan salt. I put this in. I used to suffer from migraines like 3-4 times a week, destroyed by them. Like have to black out the lights in the room. Like couldn't
Wouldn't be able to do this right now with this.
definitely couldn't do this with this big bright light in my face. But like, dude, basically, bro, I would put like pink Himalayan salt in the water, drink it, solve the migraines like literally overnight. After hearing that video, it changed my life. Now literally, I haven't had like I get a migraine maybe like once every couple months, and it used to be a couple times a week.
Damn.
That's great. And how long would these migraines last for you? Were they a couple hours?
Bro,
Like you,
hours, like dude, like severe, like pain, like bro, I would have to, if there was any light, that little bit of light that would be coming through like the shades or whatever, it would be just getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, like coming to my face.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. It was severe, bro. Yeah, and that was like my whole childhood. I remember as a kid thinking like, dude, I do not want to live like much
Yeah,
longer
but-
if
yeah.
I have to keep suffering
fucking,
from
you
this
had
all the
probably,
time.
You probably felt you had a tumor in your head or
Dude,
something.
and it took me years to find this, like, just randomly scrolling through Reels one day. This
Shout out to
video
Reels.
pops up. Shout out Gary Brecka, bro. He's
That's
the guy
it,
that was
Gary
talking
Brecka,
about
That
yeah.
it.
sounds like a real hack.
Bro, it is going to save so many people's, like, lives, bro. I'm not even joking. It's a legit cure, bro. Yeah.
So, Mark, let me ask you, dude. You know, we're talking about your content journey, all the things that you've been through. My question to you is this. What is next for Mark Walsh? And when I say that, I mean more so in the regard of, like, you've just kind of made yourself the guy.
The AI guy.
The
I know,
AI
I know.
guy talking about protecting yourself online, all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I recently saw you're doing, like, a strategic sponsorship with NordVPN.
Yes.
Beautiful, bro. Good stuff to you. I give you my flowers. But my question is, like, where do you take it from here? And I think that, like we're talking about the mushroom, talking about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think that you're shedding a lot of light on topics that are not quite so popular, but are
Yes.
things that people need to be hearing about.
So, dude, basically my whole life I've always been the kind of guy who goes against the grain. Like, no matter what, I'm always, if someone tells me not to do something, I'm going to find out why they're telling me not to do it.
Right.
It's not like I'm just going to listen to them and then not do it. No, I'm
Yeah.
going to figure out, okay, why do they tell me not to do it? A lot of time people are speaking from experience because they had a bad experience doing something, whatever.
Right.
And they're trying to protect you from making the mistakes. But I'm the kind of guy where I got to touch the flame to realize it's hot.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like, yeah. So my whole life
The
I've
same
always
way.
been kind of going against the grain. So, and then when you're saying, okay, where am I going to go with content? Dude, I know I like kind of jumped into this AI rabbit hole right now, and I got like millions of people. Like, dude, my DMs have exploded. Like,
I'm
like-
sure.
I'm sure.
Like, bro, I can't even keep up. Like, I got companies reaching out, so many people trying to reach out to me. One thing I'm not going to do is start promoting bullshit. Like, I have all these healthcare companies reaching out to me. They want me to promote their skincare lotions
No,
and this
hell
and
no.
that. I'm like, okay, if I start promoting this and one of my viewers gets a rash or someone gets like a severe reaction to it, I'm not going to feel responsible for that. The only thing that I'm going to promote is something that I actually use and can
Believe-
actually
believe in.
stand behind. Yeah,
No,
for
and,
sure.
and I think that what you're doing, especially with Nord, is something that's like a strategic alliance.
Yeah.
But I think that you should be smart with what you promote, and it's funny because
For sure.
You remember your boy? I'm
Which
here.
guy?
I'm here in my garage
Ty
in the
Lopez,
Hollywood
Lopez.
Hills with my
Ty
Lamborghini.
Lopez? Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird. I just saw a post, I want to say today, from him on Facebook, and he goes, once you start blowing up, your name and image is 10 times more important than whatever the hell you promote.
That's
Dude,
true, bro.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be super
That's
careful with
why
what you
I'm
promote
not
at that
collecting
point.
that quick cash. Like, bro, I have people offer me thousands of dollars to promote shit. Dude, I'm not promoting jack shit.
No.
The only way I'm gonna promote something is if I'm actually getting behind it. And everyone,
That's the
all,
way to
all
do it.
influencers and everyone should be the same because that means that when you actually go to promote something and then your viewers know, okay, this guy is not just promoting anything that's thrown at him. No, he's strategically picking and choosing what he's promoting.
Yeah.
Like, dude. I'm not super rich right now. Like, it's
No.
not like I'm sitting on cash. Yeah, I have a brand new car outside and all this stuff, but that's because I've worked very hard to get to this point
Right,
where
right,
I can
right.
reap the rewards. So I already have my dream car. I don't need to start collecting cash from all these different companies, promoting it to this new audience. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
dying for it.
Yeah, I'm in a position where it's like, okay, I can sit back and wait. When the right companies reach out to me with the right missions, then I'll get behind
Then you
them.
get behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
yeah.
and I like your approach there. And I think also what we really want to dig into now is like, do you think your content's going to be? I think we're two things I know we're going to get into next, but
Yeah.
conspiracy and AI, is that going to be your niche, or you want to venture something more? You want to do vlogging? Where else do you want to go with this?
I like that question a lot because everyone thinks that like, oh, when someone gets a viral video, and a lot of people fall into this rabbit hole where they feel like they got to keep doing that same thing over and over again to satisfy that audience, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. People are into a wide variety of things. Like, it's not like one thing is gonna make everybody like yeah, the AI stuff is gonna pop off, and yeah, there's always gonna be an audience there for it. But bro, I have other content that's popping off too. Like, dude, that little funny skit video I did where like, do you guys see it? Where the
I saw it
where
with
I take
the
girl's
sword.
We
phone?
take a shit in the back.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Okay, bro, I'm about
Yeah.
to put you guys onto some game, bro. That video is virally engineered. I'm putting myself on blast here because nobody knows this. Like, that video,
You're not putting yourself on blast. I think that you're putting people onto the fact that you're low key a Mr. Beast 2.0. Like, you know what the
I know,
fuck
yeah,
you're doing.
You're brilliant. Dude,
Bro.
I thought that was real.
Yeah, so
I respect you
for
for that,
anyone
bro.
who doesn't know, I posted a video where I get this girl's phone. I say I'm going backstage to record backstage of the concert, and I go into this bathroom and just sit down, take a plopper, and get up and give her back her phone. And that video's got 1 million views right now. Like, that video popped off like on its own. Like, dude, that video like absolutely blew up. But that video was completely engineered. Like if you go on my channel, Mark Walsh, and watch that video, the first thing you're gonna notice is, bro, I cleaned everything the exact same. I put on the same shirt.
Yeah.
I did everything the exact same as the guy. This is a real video. The guy actually took this girl's phone up to the
Yeah,
stage
it's
and got
better,
some
yeah.
sick footage of the concert. Bro, I literally watched the video. I was like, perfect. I clipped it, ran to my closet, put on the same color shirt, literally went searching for a phone. I found like an old phone I had. Literally went out and bought a phone case that
That's why it
matched
looks
the
so
phone
shitty.
case.
Yeah, the grain. It was
Bro,
really grainy.
Matched everything the exact same, and then cut the video, and then boom, I'm holding the phone.
On the mirror, I see the mirror, yeah.
That bathroom is literally in my living room. like, bro, you think that I went from this concert to my living room and then back to the concert? Like, bro, that bathroom's in my living room. So my whole family sees it, and they're like, Mark, you're making a fool out of yourself.
And it's like, but no, but the
the whole
engagement's there.
internet, bro, like people are dying. Bro,
They're
I have
eating
like,
that up.
Bro, I have like famous people like hitting me up on that video, like with all like crying faces. Like, dude, it's comedy. Like at the end of the day, bro, like I'm not stuck to one niche. I'm not gonna only do AI videos. Like my brain
You're
is a
gonna do
lot
everything.
bigger than
Well
that.
said, well said.
It's sticking to one thing is just kind of like catapulting yourself in one direction. Like, bro, I want to expand. You know,
Exactly.
I want to be like a
Let's-
shotgun. you know?
Yeah, and yo,
Spread the
you're
beads.
people. It seems like you're actually building this crazy audience because you went from like I have the screenshot. I have the screenshot when Mark went from like 1K to 70K followers
yeah.
in like was it
30
a month?
days. 30
Dude,
days.
it was literally 30 days.
30,
In
45
fact,
days at best.
Yeah, literally 30 days.
It was
yeah.
literally 30 days, bro. That's insane.
Mark,
Yeah. Oh, it's
I love the
crazy.
phrase you're using. It's like it was engineered for virality, right? Let's talk about this real quick so we could break it down. Very
Yes,
easy way to
for
understand.
sure.
You need a hook, right? That's step one.
Definitely. Yeah.
What is step two? Like break it down.
Step two, you want
Good question,
to
bro.
exceed their expectations. So like,
Exceed expectations.
so you basically want to do something that's kind of gonna blow their mind. So that video, for example, like 1 million views by most standards, that's a viral video.
It is,
And
yeah.
so now I have one that's mega viral times 5. So it's
yeah.
hard to sit there and be like, okay,
Well, times
this
20
video
now.
did,
If
yeah.
a million, yeah, because you have 20, almost 20 million.
Well,
yeah.
I think they say 5 million views is mega viral.
Okay,
so,
okay.
so
That
like
sounds
yeah, so it's
fair.
got
Yeah,
like
times
almost
five, yeah,
25
yeah.
million views
Yeah.
now. So basically, like that video with 1 million views, that's viral by most standards. So basically, I simply sat there, I engineered it. I literally did this in like 15 minutes before work. Like, you know what I mean? Like I
so
just got all my
nice.
shit
Wow.
together, was like, let's do this video.
Yeah.
Popped
Holy
it out. And that video exploded. And that like I can go through all the stats and like see how many followers I get from all these different things. I'm not stuck to one thing. Like I hate when people feel like they're like they gotta just keep following this one thing because one thing worked.
Right.
Bro, everything can work. Like it's you. Like it's the person behind the camera that actually makes stuff happen.
I think
you know
that's
what-
why a lot of people fall off though too.
I agree,
sure.
and I feel like at the same note, I feel like Mark, you're kind of breaking the mold low key because I know so many people that they go into the food niche,
Yes.
they make a video cooking like their grandma's chicken parm,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
somehow
yeah.
pulls like retarded numbers, and they're like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go into that same thing with Johnny
You're right.
Drinks.
Johnny
Yeah.
Drinks.
We had a guest that like he
sure.
went super viral during COVID. He came up to like 5 million followers doing
Nice.
doing videos about making different kind of cocktails and
Cocktails.
stuff. And
Cool.
he goes, the only reason that we're Johnny Drinks is because that was the first video that went viral.
Yes. yeah.
Literally.
He goes,
literally.
we took that and ran with it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and by the way,
And that'll work.
and
That'll
that'll
Yeah.
work. And
Another
to,
whole brand.
For sure.
and to
bro.
that point, I want to make a shout out and I want to make a point to you as well because I see like you have a very good head on your shoulders and you're kind of like, I want to dive into this, I want to dive into that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the same thing I told. Shout out to Tristan Payne. When
Tristan
Tristan
Payne's the
legit,
boy.
Tristan
I love that
Payne,
kid,
Tristan
man.
Payne,
Super smart kid.
he's the OG fucking YouTuber from Seagull that like really kind of took off.
After me.
After you.
After-
To be
after-
fair,
yeah,
to be fair, after you.
I remember he was on your Walmart video too. He was there for like a second.
he?
Yeah, for like a minute he was
Did
there.
he
yeah.
pop in? For real?
I swear to God, I saw him on
He
there.
might have
Yeah.
got a feature.
Maybe he did, bro. That's
Yo, anyway, I told him like this. Yo, listen, Tristan, what you're doing with the videos, like, what are you wearing? If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Dude, he got Kevin O'Leary on there on the
Like,
street.
so many
Yes,
people
yeah.
are
That's
so
not-
quick to jump ship onto what's new.
Yeah.
That I feel like for someone with him just playing kind of like the flip side of the coin, he was doing it very well.
Yeah.
Or- I don't
But you
put
know
us
what's
on some
hard
game,
with
yeah.
that is to stay consistent with it. So here's the thing with me, like thank God I can jump around and bounce all these different things. Bro, staying consistent with something that you're gonna lose passion for something. Like if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're gonna lose passion.
Yeah.
And then when you lose passion, that natural part of the video that you don't see, like you might think, oh, I'm engineering a viral video, blah, blah, blah. But that natural happiness or that natural joy for that video doesn't exist.
Becomes
when
like a
you
chore.
do it 10, 15 times.
Once it starts feeling like work, you're completely
Even
going off the deep
even
end.
let's
magic
just,
is gone.
let's,
Doing it for
even let's
profit,
just say like
profit,
because you were talking about 300 videos you did prior. Let's just say you do it for 100 videos.
Yeah.
You got to be really like
dedicated.
dedicated
For
to
sure.
that shit, whatever it may
Yeah.
be.
Let me ask you this though, as we're talking about virality, right? So, okay, you got the content, you put it out. How do you really start drawing attention to where it's not obscure, right? It doesn't get lost in the abyss. Did you start sharing it with everybody? Did you go buy something?
This is super important.
Yo, Tone, that's a fucking golden question.
That was
Legit.
a great question, and dude, thank God I've cultivated this awesome group of friends. Like, bro, I have homies. Like, I'm saying, like, when I send them my shit, like, immediately I have 50 people supporting me immediately. Because I've cultivated that over the years. I've built these relationships with all these people where, like, I have genuine love from so many people. It's not like I have a best friend. I have 50 best friends.
Right.
Like, so I've cultivated this, like, these friendships and these things. When you help people and, like, they're so happy to help you back. So without me even having to ask, I just send the videos that I post immediately to all my boys.
Yep.
And bro, like immediately comments just
50
flood in.
flooded.
I can only imagine because I do the same thing, and every time I post, whether it be on Instagram, whatever, like I'm pretty sure Instagram they have like a limit where it's like 50, but I'll send that video out to 50 people that are in my recents, like whatever, and people will go on my video and they'll be like, yo, you have 50 shares, whatever plus, and I'm like, yeah, those 50 shares came from me. If you got homies that, like you're saying, they're doing the work for you, and they send it to even half of that, dude, you're already looking at a couple hundred shares.
Bro, yeah, you need a solid, like, here's the thing. For a video to pop off, it needs early engagement. It needs your followers to engage with it first.
How important is that? Like, first hour, first day? What do you think?
First few minutes.
Wow,
So
okay.
Instagram immediately, like, the second the video is posted, it tests it with your audience first before it just throws it out to the world. It's like, let me see how his audience receives it. And then if your audience receives it really good, then like, okay, let me test this out with a group outside of his audience.
The trial reel thing kind of formula,
Yeah, it's almost kind of like that. So then if
You're right. They give it like a sample size.
if it does really good within that small sample size, then that video is going to go huge because now they're saying, okay, not only do his followers fuck with it, but these complete strangers fuck with it. So now we know this kid's actually got something here, and then they show it to more people, and then obviously based on how those people react. And dude, that's why that video I have is going to 50 plus million. If you look at the numbers on that, almost 1 million shares in less than 3 weeks. It's got 1.3 million likes. It's got well over 20,000 comments. Bro, I've seen videos with 50 or 100 million views with numbers not even close to that.
Yeah, just to give you guys some kind of perspective on this, when Tony and I were looking at Mark's analytics prior to doing this podcast, we almost thought it was
I'm going to say it flat out. We thought you bought
no. I'll tell you.
Dude, I don't blame anyone for thinking that.
Now listen, I will tell you why. And this is
ratio.
This is making a statement right here. You had about 100 times the shares as Cristiano Ronaldo averages per post.
Oh, yeah, on an average post, yeah.
Like, we looked at Cristiano's page, and we looked at how many shares he gets, and we're like, there's something here, man.
Yeah, so here's the thing, dude. It's as simple as this. When you put something out to an audience and you blow their expectations, and it's something where, like, bro, I slipped in, like, gradual things that most people would overlook, but the people that are paying attention to the video, they see me. I'm like, share this with your family and friends. So something as simple as saying share this with your family and friends. It's an immediate call to action. So they see that and they're like, yo, you know what? Let me send this to my family. Bro, I've had tens of thousands of people post it to their stories. Yeah. So it's like, dude.
Tens of thousands.
Dude, every day.
That's how you go viral like that, bro.
Dude, literally. Every day, like, I can go into my thing right now, like, still, like, right now, 28 story mentions, and this is within the last, let's see. This video is 2 weeks old. This is within 3 hours. This is 28 within the last 3 hours.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't stop for the camera that can see this.
Yeah, just keep going. Yeah,
it just keeps going.
And by the way, guys, I'll tell you what. If anything,
like that for weeks.
If anything, this is a testament to how if you're a content creator and you can somehow get one piece of content to pull you numbers like that, it's evergreen.
This is the game to do it.
And all your videos.
And Mark, not for nothing. I know we're highlighting your one video, but the one thing that's very admirable about you. You weren't a one-hit wonder. I was just looking over your page right now. Dude, one of the one funny one, it's already at 1 million views.
Yep.
All the other ones, they're hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, another one just hit 1 million. The other one's like 700,000, 600,000,
like
over 500,000. So, dude, the thing is about, like, videos is, like, this... It's not like I'm stuck to one thing. So, like, all these videos, one video goes viral. That's your purple cow. That video that goes viral, that's attracting an audience. But then once that video went viral, people started sharing all my other... Bro, I had a video that I posted, a reel that I posted years ago. This video did, like, dog shit with my audience.
The one you slipped on the ice?
The one where I slipped on the ice.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That video did dog shit. Bro, that video is, like, over 100,000 views now because people basically went back and started fucking with it. They started sharing it. It's like all of a sudden now this old video that did dog shit with my audience is huge.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Mark. There was one guy once heard talking about this on YouTube. He brought up an amazing point that content is, to an extent, digital real estate, meaning once it's out there, it's in the ether of the internet. And let's just say it doesn't pop off now. That doesn't mean that in a year or 2 or 3 or 4, it's not going to pop off. And you're a friggin' prime example of how that happens.
I want to address something you said earlier, and our editor said me the exact same thing. He said, you know Alex Hormozi?
I don't know.
He's just like a big business guru in the space of creating clients and creating businesses and also content. He made a good point, and he was highlighting it on the last podcast. But he's like, when you're consistent, right? And one thing you figured out right now is that formula to go viral and you get really freaking good at that. Doesn't matter the content. It's the basis of it, right? It's just going viral.
Right.
Yeah.
You figure that out. Anything you put out now moving forward, bro, you'll never go hungry. You learned how to fish, right? That's the analogy.
Exactly.
You don't
Wow.
need to get a big fish now. You already
Yeah.
got it. You don't need to connect with anybody.
So that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
And the like a lot of people feel the pressure like, oh, like now that I have a crazy viral video, every video has to go viral.
No.
That's
No.
not how it
That's
works.
not how it works.
Like, dude, you're still gonna be like, bro, my first video in years has 24 million views. Like, do you understand? Like, for somebody to pick up their phone, like, bro, I'm saying, like, walking down the street in New York City, I pick up my phone, I talk into it for 43 seconds, and I reach over 25 million people.
just one shot.
It's
Just one
insane.
hook.
Like, for that power can come to someone and they can get overwhelmed by it. Thank God I have the experience of going viral when I was younger, and I felt what it was like to get the hate. Dude, those first few days before the 911 spam actually like went into effect, before it actually started happening to states across the country, bro, people were in the comments. They're like, this guy's a schizophrenic. This
Yeah.
guy's full of shit. He's making it up. He's pulling it out of his ass. Dude, like 6 days after I post that video, Pennsylvania 911 servers get taken down.
I heard that.
And bro,
I saw your
overnight,
stories.
the comments and the DMs
You
went
were
from
right,
you're
you were
crazy,
right.
you're schizophrenic to being like, yo, this guy's spot on. This guy can tell the future. This guy's on to some shit. And it's like, dude, the reality is, no, it's pattern
Dude, I was
recognition.
getting cooked
All
when
right.
that happened.
All right. You know, yeah.
yeah,
He was.
Yo, you were getting cooked.
Tony,
man.
Tony still got the number one comment in that under that video. But what I will say is this, Mark. Look, so we're talking about all these kind of things.
Yeah.
We're talking about the AI, like all these crazy things that are going on right now. What is one big conspiracy that you think right now is like this very well may happen? This shit. There's too much evidence supporting. Like, what do you
Okay.
think?
I'm gonna take us back a little bit. So I was born in the year 2000. So obviously I was a baby when all this happened. But dude, if you look into 9/11, and I know that this
God.
is gonna sound crazy, and for anyone who's like, I know that a lot of people get offended. There's a lot of military people that have
Yep.
like deep ties to this shit, and they feel very upset when someone questions what happened with 9/11. I'm not questioning that it was terrorists that did it, but what I am saying is that some people knew it was coming. And when I say that, bro, there was a lot of puts put on American Airlines shares right before the attacks.
Is that so?
The week
Really?
before. You guys can do your own research and look
How much
into
volume are we
go in
talking?
Go in the comments right now and put exactly what you find when you research this, because this is true information. And you might have to go through like obscure ways to find it, but this is legit shit. And by the way, I'm going to go into a lot of stuff here with the
Break it
9/11.
down. Break it
Go
down.
for it.
Dive into it.
But
floor
like,
is yours.
so there was a lot of stuff that was going on. First off, those buildings were filled with asbestos. A couple months before the buildings went down,
Are we talking like Tower 7 and the Twin Towers?
I'm talking the Twin Towers were filled with asbestos. So like it's a nightmare. They weren't kitted out for the new Wi-Fi like wires and stuff.
So
that they were gonna have to
so
run.
for the audience, the dummies at home, break down why that's important.
Okay, that's important because, dude, if you want to get these first off, asbestos we know now was killing people. Like it's very bad. The second they start doing work with it, that dust goes in the air. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
cancerous,
that's
very
why so many
cancerous.
people got cancer when the buildings came down. But I want to preface really quickly because I know that like I'm really going into some deep waters here.
By the way,
I do
Mark,
not
you're
know.
not-
None of this is fact. What I'm saying, this is all conspiracies that I've heard on the internet. I've picked up random shit from here and there.
By the way, Mark, you're not wrong because I'm not even kidding. Just recently, you can look this up. It's called the World Trade Fund. Right now, it goes.
I'm looking it up right now.
I swear to look it up right now. I swear to God, it's right there. It's called the World Trade.
Call 'em out.
It's called I think it's either the World Trade Center Fund or something like that. Right
Yeah.
now, they're saying call 88888 if you developed
Cancer.
like cancer, some sort of like disease.
That's real, that's real.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, why? Because not even the asbestos. To your point,
Mm-hmm.
for the people obviously that were around there, it's like. Even the bystanders that were running away, they inhaled all that dust.
Yeah.
That's all the asbestos that was part of the building.
For
all the building.
sure.
Over time, that's gonna kill
So
you.
the guy took out a massive insurance policy a couple months before the
owner.
buildings went down. Dude, we're talking like within 6 months before the buildings went down, this guy took out massive insurance policies specifically for terrorist attacks. Now, dude, like if you want to get like really deep into conspiracies here,
Yeah.
this guy knew this shit was coming. Like
Yeah.
not only did he know, but a lot of people know. I don't know if you've looked into how many CEOs did not show up to work that day in the World Trade Center. There was I'm not saying it was a shit ton, but there was a good few CEOs that did not show up to work that day. There was a lot of okay, I'm gonna go really deep here.
Go deep.
But there was a gentleman for where I got this information real quick. You can go to Danny Jones' podcast.
Okay.
He just had a guy on. It's called like Epstein's ties to 9/11 and all that stuff. There's ties with Epstein and all this. But this guy breaks down the fact that basically there was supposed to be some sort of meeting in 9/11 that day where they were going to go over the $2.3 trillion that just vanished out of thin air, and they were going to try to figure out where it went. This guy had it all broken down. He was like, yo, I have all the paperwork. I think I know what happened, blah, blah, blah. They're like, okay, bring it to the 90th floor at this time, whatever, in the World Trade Center. He's late because he's trying to get all his shit together that morning. He doesn't make it. He has all the evidence to where the $2.3 trillion went. Boom, buildings get hit. He's like, fuck it, I'm not going. So like clearly they were trying to put him on a floor where he would have got killed.
Right,
like,
not release that information.
They knew what was happening. Like this is gonna sound crazy and I know I'm going
Like
really
you said,
deep
it's your
here.
conspiracy theory. It's based on your own research.
This is a
your
conspiracy
opinion.
theory.
It's
This is
an opinion.
completely
It's an
my opinion. Yeah, and it goes really deep because dude, there was a lot of Americans that were hurt. In fact, I worked for a guy who was in the towers on 9/11, and his story from it, I told him, I was like, you need to write a book. Like, bro, his account, he was on like the 23rd floor or somewhere in the 20s or whatever. The first building gets hit. He's in the other building. They're watching what's happened. He's like completely like blown the mind. He's like, okay, we need to get out of the building. Like this is before his building even gets hit. He's running out. At this point, there's debris falling down the road, everything like that. And he remembers seeing a fireball come flying down the elevator and burst out into the lobby. And this woman's dress just like kitted out in fire, like flames. Like she basically just went on fire. Her dress caught fire from the fireball, whether it was oil or whatever it was. He runs out. He's seeing all this crazy shit. There's like a cop like guiding people. He's like, wait. He's waiting for debris to fall. Like something big will smash into the road. He's like, okay, no. Stop. And it's he's like directing traffic, but he's directing people from debris that are falling from the building. There's bodies falling. Like, dude, this shit is crazy. Because by the time he gets from the 20-something floor down to the bottom, his building was already hit. So like the whole thing was like, it happened quick. So they're running down as firefighters are running up.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole thing was a nightmare. You're talking the best people in New York City. Like the people that are running into a building that's burning are running up the stairs. These are heroes, and they're all getting taken out. And then you have to wonder, okay, if this is a conspiracy theory, what lengths would they go to hide this? What lengths? Dude, there would be a revolution if the American public found out that 9/11 was... And I'm not saying it was an inside job, but I'm saying if someone knew it was going to happen and certain people started benefiting off it, there's a lot of shady shit.
Keep in mind as well, like, not to interrupt you, but buildings don't fall like that.
Yeah.
No, there's too many.
Those two buildings fell like completely perfect controlled demolitions.
Exactly.
And not to mention Building 7.
Adding on to that, two things
like
I wanna
they fell
highlight.
like boom, boom, boom.
Dude,
boom,
it was
boom.
a perfectly controlled demolition. Bro, you can see the glass blowing out and then the floor falls. Like, dude, there was a lot of real shady shit. And I'm not like one for like to go really too deep into this shit.
No, yeah.
But like,
No, but I feel like
this is public. Like, people are talking about this. There's people that have been calling this out for years, and I've just been seeing some of it. You know?
It's crazy how some of these things as well, though. I just want to mention,
go.
some of these things like this and the Epstein thing when he was in jail and like the camera was off. Like some of
Those
these
2 minutes, like-
some of these things are so fucking in
Real
your
shit.
face.
There goes a difference from
where
where
it's
it's like a
By
coincidence.
the way, I
goes
think
to-
Epstein might still be alive.
I said the
Dude,
same
there's
thing.
So many. Dude,
Mark, I said the
There's
same
There's
thing.
a thing called the pufferfish drug, and it basically is this thing that they get from pufferfish. It's like a poison.
Yeah.
They can put it into you, and your body will register as dead, like no movement, nothing. So basically, if they put it into a person, they can then take them to a hospital. The hospital pronounces them dead. Why do you think they were so quick to cremate Epstein, bro? This doesn't happen, bro. So they
Dude,
go
why do you
in.
think Kash Patel was so nervous when he got pressed on Joe Rogan?
Yo, that's a good point, bro. Kash Patel folded.
He was like, no, it's inconclusive. Like,
Yeah.
he killed him.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's like, we don't have video. He's like, oh, the video we have, it doesn't have enough
But it's the
evidence.
most
And then
secure
it's-
prison ever,
He's like,
so
we
like-
need to protect the women in the videos. It's like, okay, so you do have videos now, because
Yeah,
5 minutes ago
yeah.
you said you didn't have videos.
It's
literally-
deep. It
they've
goes
already
deep, this
proven
shit.
it. The video's edited. They already proven
Yeah.
it that the video's completely edited. The one where like his cell, it's
Oh
edited.
it was. They used like it wasn't Final Cut, but it was Adobe Photoshop or
Adobe
something like
Photoshop,
that. That was
yeah.
what they
so
used
in
to
your
edit
face,
it.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna
But they made it
bring
very
it back
obvious.
real quick.
Let me just finish that pufferfish thing real
Finish it,
quick.
finish
yeah.
pufferfish, finish
So,
pufferfish.
so
Tell me about this, bro.
So listen. I know that this is like kind of like new information for a lot of people.
I'm about to get on the pufferfish tonight. Imagine.
So
Take a nice little
basically,
nap.
like they could have convinced the doctors that he was really dead. They take him out, and then boom, like he could be living in Israel somewhere. He could be living underneath
Yeah.
some city in
He could
Thailand.
live in
Like
that
he could
island right
be
there that we're
anywhere.
looking at the
Why
screen
do you
right
say Israel?
Listen, bro. Like,
Israel's a hot
if we're gonna
topic,
be
that's
real,
okay.
bro, Israel has look. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want to get killed, but like Israel has been known for protecting a lot of pedophiles. Like,
And-
there's
and-
been a lot of pedophiles who were prosecuted in the United States. You guys can look into this, and then they just fly to Israel, and then that seems to be the last thing you hear
Like
about
the
it.
safe haven.
And
For
keep-
They
that.
almost
keep
like
in mind
they
as well,
almost
they-
sheltered them.
Yeah, they almost sheltered them. And keep in mind as well, like a lot of
I'm
peop-
not suicidal.
a lot of people have claimed. No.
Audie's gonna go out again. Audie's gonna
I
go
wanna
out
be
again.
very clear,
Yeah,
bro.
a
like-
lot of people claim that Epstein was like a agent of Mossad,
Yes.
which I wouldn't put past me for anything. He was way too well connected for who he was, you know.
So it's hard to tell if he was definitely an agent from Mossad, but he definitely was working with and for governments. So whether it was CIA, whether it was Mossad, whether it was for whoever, he was basically someone who would get politicians, get some dirt on them, and then force them to vote a certain way. Or like people from major companies. Like, bro, he was supposed to be like a financial advisor from the guy from Louis Vuitton. Listen, I don't want to get sued for anything. This is all theory. This is all
allegedly.
opinionated.
Allegedly.
This is
Put a
Allegedly.
disclaimer. This is all opinionated. All
Allegedly.
And by the way, we're not financial advisors by any means.
Yeah,
No, I'm
so
fucking
that-
around. I had to go back to the crypto videos.
I had to put that in. Yeah. We can go into crypto in a little bit too.
I wanted to highlight something real quick with these things, right? It's always so obnoxious. Like we talk about this coincidence, but even let's talk about 9/11 real quick.
Yeah.
Just to wrap that up. If there were smartphones at that time, I feel like we all would have known what happened.
We're already seeing footage that like no one has seen like since it happened. Like
nuts.
it's almost like every couple of weeks a new video comes out of a different angle, and it's like holy shit.
You know
like,
what's the craziest one that really blows my mind? You know aliens are real. Like factual, like the US government has put out files that they've seen extra like UFOs, extraterrestrials.
Oh, yeah.
The whole fucking night.
Yeah,
Like
I believe
and they
it,
just
yeah.
they just casually do it. They go, "Oh, here are the files," and like no one covers it.
Well, shit gets declassified like by like
10 years later.
Yeah, and you're 10 years, bro. Like 50 years later.
Yeah,
Only
straight
an
up.
hour, bro.
Right, an hour?
Holy
How long do you guys usually cook for, bro?
Yo, listen,
We keep going.
no, listen, we're probably gonna cook for another 15. But dude, Mark, I'm telling you right now, you're coming back on the
Yeah, we have to
podcast.
come back.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Goddamn.
For sure,
All right,
for sure.
let's
Only because we need a friggin' 4-hour episode for this shit.
I want to get
Yeah,
your
I know,
opinion
dude. We
on
can
this
talk
one
all
topic.
night, bro. There's no end to dude, I didn't even open up my note, bro. I have like a billion podcast talking points. I didn't even go into any of them.
No, dude, honestly, you'd be one of those guests where we could hold you here for like freaking like 3 hours.
Yeah, dude, I don't have a
Easily.
problem going like, dude, I can talk for like whatever, bro. Like, I'm dude, make it a Joe Rogan episode, bro. Think about it. Dude. Joe Rogan
Yeah.
literally doesn't cut shit, and that's probably why his podcast is so successful.
I agree with you.
So there's something about like this is one thing about the viral video. If you watch my viral video, 43 seconds, there's not a single cut.
No.
What I realized is with videos and with viral videos specifically, the videos that are 100% natural, where someone's face doesn't keep cutting throughout it,
Yeah.
those videos seem to do really good numbers.
Amazing.
Because the second there's a cut, that point when someone's brain goes from like, oh, I'm like literally like talking to someone or like listening to someone face
Swipe.
to face. Once that cut happens, dude, swipe. Because
Yeah.
now it goes from you're actually like talking to someone to this is just a guy on a screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that video, I'm captivated. I'm staring into the camera the whole time. 43 seconds, not a single cut.
You know who's been really digging in these formulas that are like now going super viral?
Who's that?
Dude, like your corporate companies, like dude, like Brita Water.
Yeah.
You go on their TikTok right now, it is the most absolute random thing ever. Duolingo did the same thing. They just started posting up like random and start like talking shit to people in the comments. Wendy's does it too. Like they're literally
Really?
like,
Yeah,
disrespecting
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, oh, mind your own business. Like whatever. Like yo, like
Yeah.
getting aggressive.
Bro,
But
Trump got in and PR went out the window.
Yo, literally,
literally.
literally,
Yeah,
PR, like, don't, bro, go
That's
on
funny
any,
as hell.
any favorite brand right now. Their content is so Gen Z. They're calling it Gen Z, to where like the formality of it.
It's
like, it needs to be
TikTokified.
real. It needs to be fun. It needs
Yeah,
to be,
you're right, yeah.
If not, no one's gonna consume it, and that's like the whole thing.
So they're trying to like there's a big thing with companies now where they're trying to have like organically viral videos because before they're spending like dude you're talking thousands of dollars to
Billions.
get a video to get like dude to pay for a video to get the amount of views my video got and with that kind of engagement from real accounts dude that would cost a fortune. There's
Oh, yeah.
companies and brands out there that literally like they're not touching these numbers.
No.
But the fact is they want to figure out how they can get organic videos to blow up. The fact is, bro, there is real ways to do it. There's actual like rhythms to it, and there's companies that have figured it out, and they're not paying to promote their videos anymore.
You know who's a
That's the
prime
new thing, bro.
example?
It's called organic marketing.
You
Yep.
know who's a prime example of this? Kanye West, Super Bowl, just recently.
I saw it.
He
In his
literally,
dentist chair?
he's in his
Recording
car.
in his car.
In his car, he goes, "Hey, I used all the budget for my commercial. I'm selling shoes. Go to Yeezy.com," and then he makes $20 million in sales the next
Yeah.
day.
But the thing is, that's
how?
way more relatable and human versus seeing like dominoes pop up on your TV screen.
And they're like doing
talking
all this
about-
crazy stuff. Yeah,
dude, you want to actually have a connection with someone that you're gonna spend your money. But like obviously Kanye went super far, and he was like making some crazy like outlandish things.
Dude, and he
but
was, like,
then
a
when it
freaking-
circles back now, people are like, hold on, Kanye was making some good points.
Yeah, you're right,
Like-
you're right.
Like I mean, bro, like listen,
He's Alex
he
Jones
was
we
going a
gotta be
bit
careful
far.
how we address that because like the
No,
last
he
thing we
did
need-
go a bit far. He did start saying shit about Hitler. Like,
Yeah.
let's make it very clear. No matter what race someone is or whatever background
Race,
they
religion,
are or
whatever,
religion,
yeah.
whatever, killing people is never okay. You can never justify it under any circumstances, whether or not you're killing me for talking too much or you're killing someone else just because
Same
of
shit.
their religion or whatever. It's like, bro, it's never good. Like, human life is the most valuable thing on the planet.
Mark would,
yeah.
Mark would never kill himself.
We
Keep
want
in mind.
to
Yeah,
we
for
want to we want to fully capitalize on your formula right now.
Yeah.
What is your message to America?
Dude, let me see, bro. Honestly, like the thing is, not everyone can go viral. Like this is a real thing. There has to be an organic, real
Yeah.
connection between you and the viewers. It's not like anyone. Like bro, every single person in New York City had the same opportunity as me to pick up the camera and talk about something that's been happening for years. The fact is, it's how you portray it. It's the energy that you can put through the video.
Right.
A lot of people get misconstrued where they're like, oh, it's just an idea. It's just an idea. No, dude, it's the energy that delivers that idea. And that's kind of the thing. Like if for me, my future, whatever, whether or not I start working with big brands or big companies, helping them market or whatever, it's like the thing is, it's the energy behind the marketing that's actually going to give you this organic marketing thing. It's the energy that actually makes it go. And like, we can talk about like weight loss and stuff like that. Everyone kind of has this like idea where they're like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to do this. And then they start like they go into the gym for a week and then they quit or they give up, whatever.
Yeah. Or they're consistent.
Yeah, or maybe they are consistent, but they keep eating like shit. Like they're not getting all their checks and balances right before they actually lock in.
Fair enough.
The fact is, the only way to like, dude, I do like big rides and they're not big by any standards compared to some people, but I do like 50, 60 mile. Yeah, I do like 50, 60 mile bike rides. And I'm talking like on a heavy mountain bike. Like my bike's probably like 40 pounds. But in the first 5 minutes of those rides, dude, I'm ready to give up. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go back to bed. Bro, 15 minutes in, everyone has energy understood wrong. Dude, 15 minutes in, I'm on top of the world. I can go all day now. Like, everyone kind of has this idea where it's like, and this is where a lot of fat people go wrong. Dude, I love fat people. I have a lot of fat friends that I try to tell, like, no, I'm not even joking, bro.
No. I'm laughing because I'm not going to put him on blast.
I'm
I'm
trying not to make eye contact with Ant right now.
I'm
joking. No, but I have a lot of fat friends where it's like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, you're going to feel like shit for that first 5 minutes that you start exercising. But after that, bro, it's going to get better. And then the thing is, like one of my buddies, I'm not going to say his name, but he's my boy. And I've been trying to get him to lose weight for a while because it's really at a point
Who
where
is
it's
it? We'll take it
dangerous.
off camera.
You know, lives on 9th Street?
No.
Okay, he's in the grade below me, so you guys
Okay.
probably wouldn't know this.
Oh,
kid.
yeah, I wouldn't know.
What was his name?
Off camera, I just said the kid's name.
So everybody's, you have
Yeah.
everybody
But yo,
there.
I've been trying to tell him, I'm like, yo, skip his name, but like, this is what you got to do. And I break it down to him. I'm like, all right, bro, like you're going to go into the gym. You're going to feel like shit. You're not going to want to do this exercise.
No.
But after 10 or 15 minutes, you get into a mindset where it's like flow state. Once you enter flow state, that's it. Now all of a
Factual.
sudden you can go from feeling like shit and thinking in your head, all these thoughts come out to like, an hour just went by. You just cut like a couple pounds, whatever. You go home, you feel great. You eat right that night. You wake up the next morning, you feel even better. And that energy continues on. The thing about energy that everyone has wrong is they think like, oh, like fat and lazy, that's a mindset. That's a choice. You don't have to go home and eat ice cream and eat Oreos and drink beers. And it's like, that's all choices that you're making that's leading you. Whatever you do today is a direct result of what's going to be happening in your life tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know what the issue is?
Exactly. I love that.
It's
It's a friggin' choice.
And
Yeah,
Mark,
for
you
sure.
That's why I like low key. Like when I see fat people, like I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Like I get like 1% pissed.
1%.
I'm like-
1% is good. No, listen. Here's the thing about fat people, bro. Like you can be fat. I don't have a problem. But if you're telling me, like when my boy is
you're
telling me
complaining.
that I want to lose weight, and he's like, I want to get my shit together, but then I see you out drinking and I see you doing all this crazy shit. It's like, bro, you want to get your shit together, but you're not living the lifestyle of someone that has their shit together.
I agree.
You know what I think a lot of people take wrong with the approach? Is they're so focused on the fucking work because thinking about it fucking blows.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
But they never sit there and start processing what you're gonna feel like on the other side. And I think that's where a lot of people do it wrong. That's like
You're right.
You should visualize yourself what it feels like having a six pack, being jacked, like being lighter, performing better. And trust me, that's like one of the
You
things.
guys knew I was always a chubby kid, bro. Like
you
as
were
a
never
kid,
really
Dude,
chubby.
I was like, bro, I didn't have a six pack when you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
never
yeah.
like ripped like how I am now. But the only reason I got to that point is because I literally consciously made a decision. Like, okay, like I looked at my diet, I looked at everything. I was like, oh, I need to cut a lot
it's
of shit.
calories.
No
It's
more
in calories
no
out.
more hot peppers.
No more
Well,
hot
however,
peppers.
To be fair, that would have been a good thing to be eating though. Apparently, that raises up your.
No, I'm not
thermodynamic-
saying that there's
yeah.
anything
All
wrong.
right, yo,
with
boys,
that.
look,
Dude.
From what I can see from here, we're 1,000,000,000% gonna have a part 2 for this one. So
100%,
so we'll end it on this note here. Look, Mark, I think that Tony said it pretty well before. In regards to, because right now, like I'm sure that a lot of people that are following, they want to know what you think is gonna be next with the whole AI revolution. Like
I love
how
this
we can
question.
prepare ourselves. Like, bro, what do we do to stay safe? What are some of the best practices to not overexpose yourself to AI programs like ChatGPT? Like, let me know, bro. What do you think?
Okay, so this is gonna sound crazy, but like Sam Altman had a quote before OpenAI took off, and I made a mistake in one of my videos where I said OpenAI went public. I meant before OpenAI went for profit. So
Right.
OpenAI went from being a non-profit company like they were doing like great work or whatever for AI safety and all this, to being for profit, where now they're charging, companies are paying thousands of dollars to use their APIs every week or whatever.
Right.
But basically, he had a quote, and it was, you have two options. You can either merge with the AI or you can go extinct. So if you're talking that like the guy who's creating this AI is saying that there's only going to be two options. So people are like, okay, like you just asked me the question, like, how do I not get sucked too much into ChatGPT? Bro, I hate to say it. You're going to get replaced at your job if you don't get good at using ChatGPT and all these AIs right now. You're going to get replaced. These AIs are going to replace you. And if the AI doesn't replace you, someone who knows how to utilize the AI will replace you. These big companies now, there's like 50-year-old guys that they can't push out, because there's young guys that are coming in. They're able to do 10 times the amount of work in literally a fraction of the time, because they're using AI to help them through the whole workflow. I was talking to my buddy. He works at a massive company. I'm not going to say the name of it, but it's like somewhere along the lines of, actually, I better be careful. It's like a Bloomberg or like somewhere like that, where it's like big financial stuff. And what he was saying was stuff that used to take him like a week, like to make a paper on something, like he would have to do a week's worth of research. It would take forever before he could get back to the boss.
Now it's a fraction.
Said he did it in 3 hours. Like something that used to take him a week of work with all his people. So he has like a team of people underneath him. Now he did it himself in 3 hours. So a lot of people's jobs are going to be replaced with AI. So unless you learn how to use it, unless you learn how to actually like make your job and make yourself more efficient while using it, you are going to be replaced. And I hate to say it, one of the first jobs that's going to go, and I love these people because these people are dead ass doing it like a service to the community right now, is like Ubers. Like you don't even think about it, but bro, anytime you need to go anywhere, you just press a button on your phone and Uber comes and picks you up. There's this happy person because they're getting paid to drive you somewhere, whatever. Yeah. But the reality is, bro, because I know now I have a self-driving car. Before I had the self-driving car, I would be like, yeah, this is bullshit. That's never going to happen.
I saw you.
Dude, I don't drive. Yeah. I do not drive anymore. I just tell my car where I want to go. My car takes me there.
That's scary, bro.
I don't drive. So I'm like looking at it from this perspective where I'm like, okay, I already don't have to drive my car. Nobody's going to be driving cars in the future. Yeah, we want to have the freedom to be able to drive our own cars. But I believe that the way how the government is, the second they can like justify it, they're like, oh, there's going to be 0 lives lost. Every car is going to be driven by AI. How are people going to be able to fight against that? Because if everything's about human life and saving people, how are you going to be able to argue the fact that, okay, there's no accidents with these self-driving cars? Although, just to be very clear, my self-driving car did almost kill me once. I'll tell that story.
Yeah, like, no. You know what? Like, Mark,
it ran a red light.
It's a very real. It's a very real thing what you're saying, because I've even seen videos where like it's kind of like a joke where like people will be driving, like the car's driving itself, and like they'll be filming like the car next to me. And it's like a robo police.
Yeah.
And then it's like cracking down on them for filming in the car, like doing whatever. And it's like, I feel like once we become like that, then we kind of become like chess pieces on a board, if that makes any sense. Like we kind of lost all control of our shit.
Dude, I think I'll be sitting in the back of my car soon while my car's driving. You're talking 15 million Americans right now, their job is Uber. So that means 15 million people overnight, their job is going to vanish. What happens when 15 million people literally from one day to another? Because when I say overnight, this is how quick it's going to happen. There's going to be a software update on every car, every Tesla, where every Tesla is instantly going to become a robotaxi overnight. Once this robotaxi update comes out, Tesla cars are going to skyrocket in value, one, because everyone's going to want to own one. Because while you're at work, your Tesla is going to be going out making you money. Yeah. It's going to be picking up people, driving them to work, doing whatever. So overnight, that update is going to be hit. You're talking 15 million people almost are going to lose their jobs overnight. And this is not a joke.
Like, now, you know what it is? And the crazy part is this. Look, it sounds crazy impossible right now, just like any other crazy innovation has, but it's only a matter of time at this point. So you know what? Look, boys, I think that we're going to have to run an episode 2 for this one, genuinely speaking.
There's so much more.
We didn't even touch my notes.
Yeah, we didn't even scratch the surface with this one. So if you guys aren't already subscribed to Mark's channels, we're going to have everything in the description section.
Mainly Instagram right now. Mark Walsh on Instagram. I have my YouTube page if you want to check it out. Mark Walsh. I'm going to be posting. I'm starting a new podcast on there where it's going to be me talking with an AI, basically just exploring the world through the AI's eyes, because basically the AI can see and do things that are like, pretty much anything that's on the internet, the AI can read through it and basically talk to you about it. So I'm going to be doing a podcast directly with AI. I'm going to have probably guests on at some point, but yeah, that's kind of my podcast idea. So, because I do like talking, obviously you can see this is kind of like
Mark, and I'll tell you what, your idea, especially just based on what you're doing, is so freaking golden. Like, I say you take that and you run with it, bro. And you know when you're looking for guests, you got Tony and I to pop on.
Yo, hell yeah. Dude, I'm super excited for part 2, by the way. These boys are the guys. I've known these guys forever. And before we go into anything, I don't know if we talked about this at the beginning, but Nick literally introduced me to YouTube, bro. Like my first ever exposure on YouTube was thanks to the boy Nick. So Nick has been there from the beginning. And one person I want to shout out real quick, because this is someone that's motivated me and literally helped me through life. Because while I was in high school, I was always that kid that was always getting into trouble with all my teachers. And there was always like some sort of disconnect between me and the teachers where they didn't quite understand me. There was one teacher, bro, that always believed in me and no matter what would always like say things to me like positive things.
Yeah.
And I'm not even joking. Those things have carried me through life. David Segro. This guy's
No
the
way.
man.
Yo,
If you-
shout out Coach Segro.
Dude,
Coach
I just go
Segro. If you
Segro.
want to buy a house in New Jersey, New York area, you hit up the Commuters Realtor, David Segro. This guy's the man. I was thinking about plugging him this whole time. Like,
No, dude, yo,
honestly, he's someone that motivates so many kids. And what he does as a job is the most noble thing ever. You're talking, this guy spends his entire day, like he could just make more if he fully focused on real estate, but he focuses from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., whatever it is when school ends, and he's helping all these kids through
Dude,
with
he's
so
a
many
beast,
different
bro.
things. Anyone who knows David Segro can say right now that that guy's the man.
I even would say like Segro would be a good podcast.
He would
guest.
be a great
He,
guest.
and
He
I,
would be
and,
awesome.
and,
On the
and I
real
know
estate
he's
market also?
I know he's been on several podcasts in the past, so that might be something we got to entertain in the future.
We'll absolutely
Definitely.
do because he's also, dude, he's huge on strength and conditioning as well. Dude, he was
Yeah.
a great freaking coach.
the guy was
yeah.
friggin' known as like Tarzan when we were in high school.
Yeah, literally Tarzan. Bro, this guy's the man. When you want to talk about like someone to motivate you into physical shape, get mentally right, like no
Yeah.
matter what it was, he would help every kid, and he would find you out of the group if he saw that you were getting pushed down or whatever
Yeah.
by the other teachers, and he would
Beat
make
you
you
up,
feel
yeah.
like the man.
Dude.
He was awesome.
He's the boy.
I
Segro.
love the message though, Mark. Get on the AI train or get left behind.
Yeah.
But more importantly, dude, I feel like another thing is love yourself and work your butt off to get better every single day.
Yeah,
'Cause I mean,
love the world, man. Love
That's
the
it.
world.
Self-improvement is key. Self-improvement's key.
Listen, dude, if AI is going to replace us, we're going to have to find other things to make us happy. You might not have to work every day anymore. Like, there's going to get to a
I might
point
get an AI
where the
girlfriend.
robots are going to do your job. And dude, sex robots is definitely going to happen. and Ant's going to be their biggest customer.
There you go. Like, why not? Why
All
not?
right, boys. Thank you very much for tuning into episode 31 of Iconic. Get ready to see Mark on for part 2. Subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you all next
yeah.
time.
Peace.
Peace, guys.
Peace.